Good evening, everyone, and happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of BossFM Evening News with your host, Jesse. The weekend is finally coming up, and no, I'm not talking about his botched plastic surgery. I'm talking about playoff football coming up and another weekend to spend with your friends and family. But you guys already know what time it is. It's time to wake up the streets.
Come on. Okay. Wake the streets up. Come on. Wake the streets up.
Another jam-packed show for you guys tonight, so let's just get right into it. Two of President Donald Trump's cabinet secretaries, Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao and Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, are resigning over the riot Wednesday at the U.S. Capitol. The secretaries were among a number of administration officials who announced they were leaving in the wake of a mob of pro-Trump supporters breaching the U.S. Capitol. In a statement addressed to the agency she led, Chao wrote that she will resign effective Monday and was deeply troubled by the entirely avoidable events at the Capitol building. Chao said in a statement, "I am tremendously proud of the many accomplishments we were able to achieve together for our country, and I will never forget the commitment you have for this department and the United States of America." She added that will help the Transportation Secretary designate Pete Buttigieg in taking on the department. Speaking of President Donald Trump, he has finally conceded the race after his cult rioted the Capitol Wednesday afternoon. The president shared in a video which was taped at the White House. "A new administration will be inaugurated on January 20th. My focus now turns to ensuring a smooth, orderly, and seamless transition of power." President Donald Trump conceded publicly for the first time Thursday that he will not serve a second term, stopping short of congratulating President-elect Joe Biden, but acknowledging a transfer of power is now underway. It appeared to end for now. Trump's false and coercive attempt to overthrow the election results was culminated in a violent attempt at the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol a day earlier, but it did not reckon Trump's role in fomenting the violence, nor did it contain a vow in a change his behavior. Just 24 hours after the video was released, Trump called for healing and reconciliation and said the country must move forward. Sticking with the topic of the Capitol, actually it's not really the Capitol, but it's still in Washington, D.C. The 2020 NBA champions, Los Angeles Lakers, are actually looking forward to reconvening a post-championship tradition of visiting the White House at some point during the 2020-2021 season after President-elect Joe Biden is sworn into office as the 46th President of the United States, the league sources tell Yahoo Sports. The ceremony of transferring of power from President Donald Trump to Biden takes place on January 20th. Members of the franchise, from players to management, see it as a pleasure and an honor to have their accomplishments recognized by the incoming president, but reconvening the transition this season shall depend on logistics, sources says. No NBA team has actually visited the White House during Trump's administrations. The last team to actually visit the White House was LeBron James-led Cavaliers teams on November 10, 2016, when Barack Obama was in office. All right, everybody, it is Friday, and it's only fitting I end the show with a new segment I like to call Farewell Friday. Yes, farewell. Through 50 plus episodes, I have been telling you all, welcome to Boss FM Evening News, and ending the sentence by wishing you all a good evening and in hopes to see you would return the very next day. And after many shows of being in front of you all, it is crazy and heavy-hearted to know that this is actually going to be my last Boss FM Evening News show with you all. The countless memories that have happened over the course of my life, being able to share with you all in a 6 to 8 minute show, from having my lifelong teams both win championships in their respective leagues, to reporting on news that I have felt the public deserved to be informed with, and of course sharing laughs with the people I'm working with on and off the air. A broadcaster is only good as the people he or she works around with. Much like a quarterback or a pitcher, they can only go as far as the team they're surrounded with. Yes, an anchor could have charismatics and personality to help brighten a show, but it's not going to work out if you do not really have a great bond with your co-anchor, or you're not on the same page as the producers, and to making sure you're staying the course to not cause more work for the editors. To my producers, Lydia and Jessica, the queens of the PM show, quality over quantity is something you guys have always said, and these episodes wouldn't have been possible without the proper guidance and path you made us follow to create and produce these shows. To my editor, John, my man, thank you for being able to edit these videos. Your work is greatly appreciated, and I can't wait to see what the future is going to be like for the both of us in the next vertical. To the boss man, my general manager, Drew, my brother. I've worked with you since I was running AM social media page. It's been a great run. Your advice, your help has always stuck through whenever I would try and push a story out too hard or I come off a bit choppy while reporting. I appreciate the effort and time you put into the group, and I only wish you the best. Last but not least, finally, my brother Bryson. You have been a joy and a pleasure to work alongside with, and I wish you were able to make it to tonight's show, but due to some circumstances, I hope you know that it was a hell of a ride, my brother. And as always, I gotta dab you up. The countless rants and laughs you and I have worked great, and it made it coming into work such a joy and a pleasure. As for me, I started off a brand new intern working as the social media manager for the AM morning show and then being promoted to an anchor after only a couple weeks. Anchoring alongside my first partner, Jaleesa, after her came alongside Bryson. As you guys seen two different faces appear on your screen, I have been blessed to still bring you the quality news and entertainment a host should provide. And how fitting that is that all of this, I will end the show by having a solo act. I'm sure our paths will cross again as I'm only moving on to a different show, and this show will continue, and I hope it really does. And whatever little legacy I have left behind, hopefully it sticks with the foundation of Boss FM. Because here at Boss FM, we speak for the culture, brought by the culture. But here on Boss FM Evening News, we're all family. So instead of saying goodbye this time around, I'll say see you later. And with that being said, guys, that is it for your Friday evening news. Please make sure to tune in on Monday at 8:30 p.m. for more news and updates. As always, if you would like to rewatch our shows, they will be available on replay on our Boss FM app and all of our social media platforms. Thanks again. For it is your host, the realest and the most, and from the rest of the staff here at Boss FM Evening News, we say good evening, everybody.